In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks, still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below.
I was working at the Barbados Advocate at the time. I served my apprenticeship as a process engraver and stereotyper at the Barbados Advocate. And I met a friend one day and he said, "Man, Henry, everybody's joining the Army or the Navy." I said, "Is that true?" And I made a couple of investigations. I knew a chap called Barney Miller. He was at the Advocate. He was a journalist there. He's a close friend of mine. And I said to him, to Barney, "You know what? I'm going to join the Army." This was the Royal Artillery. And had a word with him. He says, "Okay, Henry, if you want to do that, do that." So I went up to the garrison. Not the garrison, sorry. Gray's Inn. It's a Quarter Club Beach. The other end is Gray's Inn. I went up there. And I was then 17. You had to be 18, but they didn't ask you for any birth certificate. So I said I'm 18, and they accepted that. And I made a major laugh. Say, "Why do you want to join the Army?" I said, "Because I want to be a hero."
Well, my father, came from Liverpool in England many years ago to Barbados, and his country was under siege, and to add matters worse, my aunt was then torpedoed in the city of Benares when she was on her way back to Canada with quite a number of children and grown-ups on board, being evacuated actually to Canada. So I just thought, well, I should do something to help my father's country and to avenge her, so to speak, So those are the two main reasons why I joined actually the Air Force.
We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields.
Naples was devastated. What I mean is devastated, really devastated. And also the Italian people, now you have to believe this, the Italian people didn't have food to eat for so long that you could hold their skin like that. Look, this is the skin you're talking about. Shake it like that. They were so poor. Then they began to ask us for if we had anything we could give them. Fortunately for us, we had 2 sets of coal gear for the weather, cold weather, including what we would call long johns and things like that. And I gave mine all away.
Our job was not really to fight. Our job was to investigate, see what was happening, and get away as best as we could into cloud or something like that. Because don't forget, with fighters, I mean, they're more maneuverable than those big lumbering aircraft. Our top speed was probably only about 220 miles an hour. The jets, not the jets, but the German aircraft could probably do about 300 miles an hour, so they could outmaneuver us very easily. So when we saw them coming, we gave up what we were doing and looked for some cloud cover. Dived into that and waited till he passed by. He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day.
A lot of Barbadians died aboard merchant Navy boats trying to bring food to Barbados. In fact, we have a monument down in the military cemetery of which we have been able to get 76 names of persons who died trying to bring food into Barbados. Apart from that, our soldiers went overseas, and some of them died overseas too. We need to help these people because they helped us when we were in need. When we were hungry, they tried to bring food in for us. If it wasn't for people like them, we may all be speaking German now.
Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Well, I have very strong feelings about that, because I feel that those fellows were young fellows, They gave their young life, whether they came back or not. They still had given the greater part of their young life in fighting battles, whether it be in Egypt or wherever they were. They were under stress and strain all the time, all types of weather. They ate when they could eat, and they slept when they could sleep. And it was not, you know, in fighting it's not an easy thing. I mean, you don't say, well, you do this today and tomorrow you'll be able to rest, because it just depended how the flow of battle went, you know. And those fellows, in my opinion, really had it hard. We should be proud of it, that we had men that went away here by the droves. Some never came back, you know. You know, they say, what more honor can you do than die for your own country? That's great, people say that, you know, but do they really mean it sometimes?